Alrighty, good afternoon. Welcome to today's stream, first stream of the week, and it's a train sim mod stream. It's pretty streamlined, I guess. Streamlined schedule this week, just train content. But that is the way things have played out, I guess. DLC for TSW incoming, DLC for Subway Sim 2 incoming. So really just left Monday. And I did consider doing some LMU for today, but I don't think, one day would have been sufficient for that. So we continue on with our final chapter. Hello, Mr. Henk. Camless man. Cam is right here, mate. How are you doing? Oh, damn. Sorry, Nabil. Sorry to hear it, man. I hope I hope the issue gets resolved promptly. Levi, hello, mate. How you doing? What are the chances our first one is going to be in the dark? It's not very well. I still haven't solved my God mode thing with this route. I don't think I will at this point, if I'm being honest. Unless the mod itself gets updated, which is pretty odd that now it hasn't. It's quite reminiscent of when TSW6 released. And it just wasn't updated for like months and months and months and months. I just gave up on it at one point. Yeah, can't imagine it being too difficult. Maybe it is really, really hard, and the author just doesn't have time for it. Nice haircut. I haven't got a haircut, mate. But thank you for complimenting my hair nonetheless. Nabil, what have you done so far with your newfound freedom? Hank, what's on the menu today, boss man? I know you've got ingredients being prepared as we speak. Oh, I thought you had the connection already. So how long did it take on Wi-Fi? Why is it that the minute I press it, the signal clears? That's happened like... It's happened once. It has happened now, and it happened like 2 or 3 times in the last stream. I've seen a video. What videos have you seen, Levi? As I make sure the installation step there's no issues first. Before ordering the cable? But even if there were issues, though, like, it wouldn't have made getting a cable invalid. Even on a like low speed connection, a cable would still be beneficial. Arguably, a cable would even be more beneficial with a lower speed connection, because it would reduce latency, which would be high on Wi-Fi. Baked salmon. Oh, wait, didn't you make salmon last week, Hank? No harm in making it again. Hello, Mr. China. Can I say that? How are you doing, Dan? Also, as part of homemade apple cake. You know what? I'll be honest. I'm not really a fan of fruit cakes. You know, banana cake, apple cake. I saw orange cake this morning at a bakery. Not for me personally, I guess. How are you doing, Mr. Jackson? Where are you today, boss? I'm doing well, thank you, mate. Oh, was it 2 weeks ago that you made salmon hang? Ah. See, I remember things. Sometimes. I think I need to move this a little bit, don't I? It actually took a lot of strength. Wasn't worth me to install a cable. Fair enough. I mean, it does make more sense to get it if you have a high-speed connection, but it would have still been beneficial anyway. Egmond. I don't know where Egmond is. I'm assuming Belgium. No, sorry, Netherlands. You were in the Netherlands last time we spoke. So are you working this? Sorry, Dan. I don't. Can you remind me when you're flying again, mate? Is it this week? It was the end of this week, isn't it? Because we were talking about seeing each other this week. So are you gonna be? So are you at work then on the week leading up to the trip, or did he give you some time off? Nabil, that was the first thing that came to mind. I'll be honest, but I was too ashamed to say anything. Egmond sounds Hebrew. It does also sound Dutch, but also sounds like Hebrew. I've driven 375 miles, Jesus. That's a lot of back and forths, ups and downs. Working this week, but I think it's giving us a day back when we come home. Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense, right? I mean, a day. I would say you need at least 2 to like properly rest, especially from a trip that long, or like a flight that long. Because I don't think you'll be at your best after just 1 day off. What is WKN, boss? An industrial AI that connects with schematics, PLCs, and IoT data and interpreting issues. But for what area? Engineering? One would assume so. Oh, you come home on Saturday? Okay, so you don't get any time off then, because you wouldn't be working on a Sunday anyway.
We will shortly be arriving at Paddock Wood.
I'm not going to be devil's advocate here and, you know, spark upset where there's none and where it's not warranted. So I do think sometimes you could be treated a little bit better. Okay, Jackson, you might as well just be talking to me in hieroglyphics, boss man. It's like a parent trying to read their teenagers like text messages. Oh, what are you talking about? It's in the calendar. We're off the Monday. Oh, okay. Okay, that's decent then. That's decent. I do wonder whether it just happened to work out that way and it was always going to be just the 1 day off, or whether they have actually taken into consideration that you'll be having 2 days of rest. Hertzali. Hertzali. First time having these, it's like Nico or Milana's brand of sweets. They are very good. I'm not gonna lie. I saw so many good like reviews about it, and I'm thinking, okay, these are just like fans glazing. Then it got to a point I was like, okay, maybe they are actually good. Can confirm they are. Who's got to be silent today, Hank? Or is that to Jackson? What is going on in Eggman? When you say 2 a.m. Saturday, Dan, is that actually 2 a.m. on Saturday, or is that 2 a.m. Sunday morning? Are you asking me how I am, Nabil? I'm good for the most part, thank you. A few frustrations here and there, but yeah, man. Pretty blessed. Okay, when you say, are you talking, Dan, about landing back in the UK? Oh, sorry, landing back in Ireland.
The next station is Beltring.
Today at 2000, you need to be silent. Can you elaborate, Hank? Currently stalling bus bar. Oh!
1016 and we'll get it.
CS.
That's 61016. See it, say it, sorted.
Oh. That was pretty quick, isn't it? No surprise, really, but nonetheless. I'll be honest, I don't think it's worth me even trying it that way. Like, I don't know. I'll let me know how it goes. Maybe you know, there's something that I've missed, you know. But unless you are wowed by it, I don't think it's really worth my time, man. Like the videos that I've seen of it have quite clearly indicated to me what sort of game it is. Maybe if I find myself bored or just extra curious for whatever reason, I'll go for it. But as it stands, nah. Today's the National Remembrance Moment. Oh, okay. It's like what we have here. So at some point, I think in... No, I was going to guess. Maybe, I know, November, I think. There's a particular day where there's like a 2-minute silence. So wait, so Dan, when do you... Okay, so are you talking about flying there? Because I thought you were talking about when you come back. It's on 2 a.m. 2 a.m. on a Saturday. Bro said I'm gonna smoke a fat one. I mean, it's the same energy as like pouring one out for the homies, isn't it? I guess. Like you're doing it out of you're doing it in remembrance.
Beltring, would customers please take care when alighting the train? This station has a narrow platform.
Yeah, please do, Dan. Sorry, mate, if it's me just being a bit of a numpty. There's a lot going on here, man.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service.
Everyone who has died in World War II
Calling at
or wars since.
Watering Bree, East Farley, Maidstone West, Maidstone Barrow,
I've got an unpopular opinion, I think, on that,
Snodland,
which also applies to the
and
UK one. fly out on Saturday at 12 p.m. UK time. Okay, so you're talking about flying out. Okay, so I was thinking we're still going off the like return thing, convo. That was what threw me off. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. The next bus mod being presented, Sam is taken from a paid. Is it a continuation from the picture that you sent me the other day, Nabil? Why is there flickering over here? Tell you. The opinion is that I don't think everyone should be forced to engage, not forced, but obliged to engage in it. I understand it's respectful, but there are so many different events that you can say we should be respectful for. You know, terrorist attacks, wars, like you said, innocent people getting murdered. Because I don't know how it's done in the Netherlands, but in the UK, like all the workplaces have to be silent, schools have to be silent. Basically, you're expected wherever you are, indoors, outdoors, public place, private place, you're expected to engage in the silence.
We will shortly be arriving at Yalding.
I just think it's something that people should do optionally. Well, like I said, I don't know how it's done with you guys, Hank, but in the UK, you're expected if you're in a public place, you know, and you like disrespect that, you'll be treated a particular way, or you might be in trouble depending on, you know, depending on where you are. There's one that happens during the week, and then there's another one that happens on a Sunday as well. I'm gonna smoke quietly.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, Calling and Wateringbury, East Farley, Maidstone.
Dan, are you guys getting paid then for like every day you're there? As if, how does that work? How does getting paid for like going on those trips work? Someone else claiming it's their model. What a mess, man. Honestly, as much as it is a mess, I'm kind of glad that that modding community is slowly starting to wake up a bit, because that was one of my big concerns with the bus. It just doesn't have enough interest to get people modding it. But if it does have enough interest for people to mod it, it can become so much better. So I'm happy that some light is starting to shine over there, because there's a lot of darkness. No flights land around 8 o'clock and all the trains stop. Yeah, it's the same here. Like it's that same thing. I don't know about planes, but I know with trains it's similar. And if you are in like a public place, there'll be like an announcement, if they have announcements where you are, that say, you know, we're going to observe a 2-minute silence at 11 o'clock, I think it is. On what occasions do you get the best of both worlds, Dan, with regards to time zones? I wonder if the hospital stops with like heart monitors and such. See, this is the thing though. At which point do you draw the line? You know? It's just one of those things that's done a particular way because, I don't know, someone said this is how we should do it and nobody argued. Oh, Jackson, you've got salmon on the menu as well. That's very interesting. You and Henk are both in the Netherlands, both engaging in some salmon enjoying. Acutely funny story about that. Okay, interesting. Okay, so you get paid for 8 hours of work a day, basically. Okay, that's not bad, because then you get that over the weekend as well, isn't it? Well, 2 weekends, I think you'll be there for. That's pretty decent. Spending money don't sound too bad. I'm assuming that's 68 euros.
We will shortly be arriving at Watering Green. This is British Transport Police. If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff or text us on 61016 and we'll get it sorted. That's 61016. See it, say it, sorted.
Wait, hold on a second. So the 68 per day. Sorry, I'm thinking that's on like a company card. So the 68 per day gets added onto your salary daily. That's very cool. Very cool. And then the other week, you were like, oh, like you're not too sure about it, bro. Even if it's just for the extra cash, why not, man? Basically getting paid extra to go on holiday, kind of. All in one go. Please tell me that all in one go is before the journey. Your paycheck before the journey and not the one afterwards. Because I find it kind of a scam if you're expected to cover everything yourself and then they pay you afterwards. Like if it's all agreed upon, they should just give you the money beforehand and like you'll be ready to go. Yeah, it makes sense. Well, it's free until you get caught, Jackson. Hello, Mr. Medway Valley Line watcher, viewer. I think that works. Jackson, I don't know, bro. Honestly. At least over here, it's like the minute you try and skim a little bit off the top, you know, a little bit, just to kind of help you get along a little bit, they're onto you, man. It's like they're more likely to ignore the bigger crimes and just chase a small petty. Like it's an ongoing meme. If you see any like if you're on Instagram, you see a UK page about police dealing with a particular situation, you go into the comments, you'll see just so many people like joking around about the police like giving all their time to small petty things. Like when you see like a big crime being done in the UK on video, and then you'll see the comments saying like, oh yeah, police are too busy chasing, I don't know, people who haven't paid their TV license. But how you said it is how it should be. Like it's not a big amount of money that's being, you know, handled. Go and chase the millions that are being skimmed left, right and center. But yeah, it works very differently here, man. Works very differently here. They messed up. We were originally told 98 per day, which is like a no-brainer. Was that in writing at any point, Dan? Or was that just word of mouth? That it was meant to be 98. Came across a post yesterday pointing out that a medieval farmer received about as much information over an entire lifetime as taken in a single day. Think about that in Quinton's discussion because they're clear. Why not everyone engages with everything when it's a lack of respect and reality inside? That's quite profound, Bill. That's quite profound. Very valid. That's actually insane, you know. A medieval farmer taking in as much information over their entire lifetime as much as we do in a day. Which makes complete sense. What a peaceful life medieval farmers lived, man. Like, such a say, like, all you know is just the farm life, you know? What little friends you might have, or what little family you might have. Doesn't mean they weren't smart. They were incredibly smart, but within one field, no pun intended. Not to ask for our boss. Okay. Well, look at work is paying for my card. Holy moly. 800 a month. Damn.
We will shortly be arriving at East Farley.
I don't know if I'd love being a farmer in the medieval era. I mean, like now, you know, like you know, obviously, like the thing that puts me off imagining like living in any historical time period is just the medical side of things. Doing surgeries with no anesthesia, the stuff that they just didn't have any like solution for. So yeah, medieval farmer probably went through a lot of pain. But in terms of like, okay, I don't know. I was gonna say quality of life, but I guess I'm looking at it with rose tinted glasses. I'm looking at only the nice side of it. Okay, Dan. Okay. I was gonna say 800 a month. That's like what? That's like quite close to like supercar territory. Okay, am I doing too? Am I doing too much there? I don't know. I think I've seen like a Lambo for like 3,000 a month. Maybe nice sports car, high-end sports car territory, depending on deposit. Yeah, but ASR, I'm talking like a farmer who's like far removed from the city. You know, you don't know whether you're a peasant or not. You know, you don't really know that distinction. You just know your life, innit? Yeah, famines are not fun. Have never been fun. 9.6k a year. I mean, bro, you'll be shocked what people pay, you know. People do pay a lot of money. The thing that gets me most about finance, though, it's just the car ownership. It's not even like the price. You can actually get some pretty good prices for what you get these days. But to be paying however much you're going to be paying a month and the car's not yours, it pains me, man. I won't even lie. I've just realized I've actually been in that situation before where it's gone wrong. But even without that experience, that's the first time I've actually clocked that I've got experience in it going wrong. Like, I've got my car now, yeah. Whatever happens to it, God forbid it gets totaled or if for whatever reason becomes undrivable, I'm not paying for it. You know, I'm not paying for a car that I can't drive or can't make any use of. And I can do whatever I want to it. I can modify it however I like, you know. I don't have to worry about keeping below a certain mileage every year. There's just so much more freedom. Obviously, at the trade-off that you're probably not going to have as nice a car as you would on finance. But for the peace of mind, I think it's a fair trade. Hello, Mr. JFK. This guy couldn't believe Duralium is a true thing. He decided to start. What do the two have in common, JFK? How are you? So I doing that you have a brand new car for 3 years. That's another thing as well. Yeah, it works as well if you're happy to keep changing your car every couple of years. I don't really want to be doing that. I guess it wouldn't be a terrible thing, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy just having my car for however long I'm gonna have it for. Another car drove into a crowd in Leipzig today. Interesting. Well, the after some Jews got stabbed last week, the terror threat here has gone up a level. It's just that time, isn't it? Like every few years, there'll be 1 year with a ton of attacks across the world, and then it will be peaceful for some years, and then start again.
Welcome aboard this South
Wait until Adnan finds about the amazing French village of Y. You know what? I was gonna mock you and disregard it as false, but after seeing that place in Canada called Haha or whatever it was, I've realized anything goes, man. I bought my car, Dan. I won't lie. I did attempt to finance. It wasn't super expensive. Very, very, very affordable. Just because I thought the car was pretty sweet, pretty nice. But I think due to my credit, it didn't fall through. No, it fell through. So I was forced to buy in the end. But I'm like very, very happy with that being this situation. Very happy. Had another try at Discovery Flight. Was a no-go because of the weather. Oh, that's a shame. That would have been some good experience though, no? You'd get banned if you commented what? You don't get banned for commenting anything here except if you're a bot. I'm hungry also. I haven't eaten properly today. I had 3 cookies in the morning. I had 2 olives. I've had 1 packet of crisps, a bar of chocolate, and some sweets. Fun fact: Y in French means there. Well, it's just as bad. How can a village just be called there? Makes for a good joke though, isn't it? Where are you going? Oh, over there. Ha. Probably leaves a car so the car becomes undrivable. My guy, what? Actually, no. Yeah, no. Genuine question. What would you deem undrivable? Like, what would the car? What condition would the car need to be in to be undrivable? Oh, sorry, Dan. A Mark 1 Peugeot 5008. You won't get banned ASR. You would just be censored. There's no free speech when it comes to that certain TSW Christmas route. I like my juice concentrated because it helps you focus. Chicken biryani. Oh, bro, I have been feeling some Indian food for a while. Fuck it, let's do it today. I'm gonna do it tonight.
The next station
I'm gonna order Indian food tonight.
Aylesford.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Free will, bro. Yeah, who's stopping me? What's stopping me? Well, there is food at home. See, that's the thing. I do try to be somewhat financially wise, but then I wonder sometimes if I overdo it. Like I really wanted the particular takeaway yesterday, and I was like, nah, man, there's rice at home. Got rice, got chicken. Why don't I need to spend money on something I already have? But then I thought, but I'm craving it, and it would satisfy me, and it's not expensive. But then I thought to myself, but not expensive plus not expensive plus not expensive plus not expensive plus not expensive equals expensive. So where does the line get drawn? I don't know. Dan, you already had your Indian, mate. It's my turn now. You got to wait until I've had mine, and then you're more than welcome to go for yours. All right. They're called shades because, can you see that? They're shades. The makeup, I'm doing the makeup thing. You can't see them. Oh, look at that. Yum. Well, I don't know how it works in Germany, Nabil, but what you've described there is the point at which insurance companies here will say, yeah, we're not insuring our car anymore, because they classify it as a write-off, which means it's finished, it's cooked, basically. And you can go and repair it, but when you repair a car that's been in that condition, it gets marked as a particular category. So you've got category C, Cat D, Cat C, Cat D, and I think Cat B, is it? But yeah, and so that lets you know that that car has been in that situation before. It's basically cooked, so just, yeah. I would like to drive a car that I know is safe, you know, before everything. And if I know that a car has been damaged to the point where its structural integrity has been affected, yeah, no thank you. Well, however much money I'd be saving on that one over the next one that doesn't have that damage, it's not the cost of my life. Also, I've made my decision. If the person I'm with starts to annoy me, I'm just gonna do my own thing. Best thing you could do, mate. I think there's a way to go about it, so you don't seem like what's the word? Like arrogant in a way. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I think it best suits as a substitute. But yeah, man, I think that's one of the better decisions that you can make in that situation. I was gonna eat something at a new restaurant. I never went. But Little St. James is closed. What is that meant to mean to me, JFK? Is that a joke? Is Little St. James the restaurant? What does that mean? Sorry, a car's cook's favorite. But yeah, basically, they'll pay you like they'll be prepared to pay you the value of the car, and then that's it. I don't know if there's any other options that they can move forward with you with. I've never been in a situation. I don't know anyone that's been in that situation. But I do know that stage in a car's life is a critical one. Not in a good way. I always think I'm going to derail when driving the old trains. That's an interesting mindset to have while driving trains. I guess if it helps keep you focused and awake, fair enough. I don't... well, from everything I've heard, Dan, I don't think you're the person that starts anything. Or do you have like a naughty side to you that you've done well to hide here? I'm stuck between... I don't know if I want a cat or not. I think I would like a cat, but I'm not going to get one.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Snodland, Horley, Cuxton and Strood.
The old trains are so sketchy. You saying that reminds me of the train in Trans-Siberian Railway Sim. Apparently they've done something to allow the train to reach 100 kilometers an hour now. Not sure what. Push me the wrong way and anger then comes out. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, push you the wrong way. Like, there are people that their default state is just a troublemaker. I feel like you're one of those people who, if you do get pushed to that state, then you've been really pushed, you know? As a child, I was always afraid that when a train reached a large station of mini switches and that it could collide with other trains. I mean, that's a valid fear, because some of the spaghetti that you see, it doesn't make sense to you if you don't really know anything about like railway systems. It won't make any sense to you, and you'll be thinking like, yeah, the likelihood of something like that happening is actually pretty high. And let's be honest, it's not low, you know? Safety systems have helped, but the chance of things going wrong at junctions is never zero. Thank you very much for the follow, Percy. I did not notice that at all. Interesting. It's not even coming up there. Is that sound? That meant to be a sound alert? No. It's an alert. Oh, thank you, Percy, if that did just come through now. How have my subs gone down to 4? Oh, Chuck's gifted. Was that a month ago now? No, Chuck didn't gift bloody 16. Anyway. I feel like any day I'm going to tip over. What locos do you drive? I think you've posted pictures before, haven't you, JFK? They didn't look that bad, from what I remember. What's the rubber nose train called? I I haven't got a clue. Oh, JFK answered. There you go. How cool is it to have like a train driver in here? It's always cool. You know what game I do want to give a go? Running Train. I think apparently the Patreon's free. You just sign up to it, and then you get access. But I don't know if it's gonna be a thing like with Simrel, where for so long the demo didn't represent the game at all. Like, I don't know, try the whatever version is available on Patreon, and then it stinks. And then it puts me off the game completely. I might as well just wait for the game to release.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Horling, Cuxton, and Strood.
Driving trains. You're going ahead on another train at the last second. You take a switch. You're basically just playing chicken, but unwillingly. The Ford Bronco SES shows me. They showed it speaking to me. I don't know why. Bro, the quality was really good. The interior quality, it looked really, really, really good and like high quality, which is like usually the case with them. I don't know why this one stuck out in particular, but the images were just pure eye candy, man. So nice, so nice. Oh, you need to pay, lol. Who you subscribing for a demo, bro? Okay, yeah, I'll definitely wait for release. What if the game never comes out and this is the guy's way of making money? I say guy, I'm sure there's a whole team behind it. I need to sort out my door. It keeps opening because the window's open. Oh, maybe it's not my door. What do you mean, who, me? What are you talking about? The oldest train I've ever driven was from 1966. That's not too old for a train. Don't get me wrong, it is old. But a train from 1966 would be more reliable than like a car from 1966. Because we've got trains running on the underground that are just a few years later than that. A few years younger than that. Why not get both, Mr. Hank? That should solve your problem. This is the second 66 loco that I've seen. Just like just the loco by itself. What mission are you on, boss? Nice one, Hank. They're 60 euros a piece. Well, you get one this month. Get the other next month. Jackson, why are you so hard on the A350? A third 66. What's going on? Where are they all going? Where are they all coming from? Hey, Machiavelli, long time, man. How you doing? Have I not seen you for a while because you've been recovering?
We will shortly be arriving at Cuxton.
Your nips pissed. You are cooked, quite literally, if you ever go for a metal detector. I didn't know that was on the cards. I assume fairly painful.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood.
Jackson, how is your? I know obviously you've been away from home for a while, but how is your MSFS journey going? Why don't you just watch reviews, Hank? I'm sure there are reviews on both of those planes, right? And then you can have like a more informed. You can make a more informed decision. One of your nips don't work. I do remember briefly discussing the operation, so that's not the part that's baffled me. It's the not working part. Is it as in like as in there's just no feeling in it? I guess I assume. Okay, nerves died. Okay, yeah. I guess that's one benefit.
The next station is Strood.
It doesn't get stiff. As in, like, it doesn't harden. You know when you like flick it, it doesn't get hard. So you still felt pain? Yeah, I think the Bill's got some cool mods for ground services. I really like those. You know when I'm watching like a MSFS video, and they just show the loading. I find that so satisfying seeing the whole process, and it's done like and the services themselves are so realistic. Like it's not just stuff glitching into each other and stuff. It's like the suitcase actually. The person with the baggage handler lifts the suitcase, puts it on the belt. It goes up. It's just so cool, man. I love me that attention to detail. Almost a flight every day, Hank. What's your like ideal length? Sorry, no, flight time. Like what do you usually go for? What do you mean nothing to eat, JFK? Go get some bread. Surely you can go get a loaf of bread. You know, worst case scenario, and just eat bread. When you say it doesn't work, Machiavelli, we're just talking pain, right? Like, are we talking pain? As in you can't feel pain? Or it just doesn't get stiff, but you still do feel pain? Or both? I didn't think I'd be asking that question today, but here we are.
If you see anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the police.
3466. Oh snap! For a ground service mod. Thinking of ordering Uber Eats. Okay, so finances are not the problem. So then you've got plenty to eat. JFK. You just have to wait for it to be delivered. You even get the benefit of somebody else making it for you. That is great. Ah, he sold for stuff. So how did he get it pierced then? Because it doesn't the piercing go through usually? A nipple piercing goes through the nipple when it's erect. I'm glad to announce that I'll be getting the aerosol truck and bus. Oh no. Oh no. Don't be glad about that, bro. You know what? I'm not gonna. I can't even judge. Maybe it's good. You know, I haven't used it. I can't compare it. Maybe it's good, man. Enjoy it, bro. So what flight sims, their price are very normal. I mean, very, very normal for you. That is insane. Although, I don't know. You look at some of the prices on for ETS2 mods. Those are quite interesting. Can't crack JSX Pro. That's crazy. I guess, like, if you forked out a lot of money already on MSFS, or if you're very, very satisfied with the content you have, I don't know. A part of me does think, why not? Why there's so many here, man? A part of me does think, why not? It's still a lot of money, though. No JFK? Do you guys have Deliveroo there? I think Deliveroo most of the time works out cheaper than Uber Eats. Also on Uber Eats, there are like, don't you get like offers sometimes and savings?
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Paddockwood, Calling Out, Cuxton, Horling, Snodland, New Hythe, Aylesford, Maidstone Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley, Wateringbury,
Ice and vodka. Actually a somewhat underrated mix. I think I had it like once, years and years and years and years ago. I was like, whoa, this actually isn't too bad. And I just never had it again. I don't know why. Average 10 to 30 euros for an airport, 50 to 100 euros for you. Yeah, the plane pricing I've become accustomed to because I've heard so many like prices for different planes. But something like ground services? Damn. Is it because it's got pro in the name? Uber Eats Tactics makes one burger 20 euros but saves 1 plus 1. Do they actually do that? That is like the Amazon like Prime Day stuff. Oh, those are horrible, man. Horrible, horrible, horrible. GSX improves all ground services like pushback, catering, refueling, baggage loading, marshalling, and adds entirely new services not available standards such as visible animate passengers. You know what? If I was an enjoyer of MSFS, often, not even daily, but just often. I think, you know, for a one-time payment to get all of that, when you put it that way, maybe it's not so bad after all. Hank, watch some reviews, man. Watch. I'm sure there are content creators who like review different planes.
The next station is Cuxton.
Pretty much a must-have. I mean, like I said, just from watching videos, it adds so much immersion, and like I said, it's done very well. It's done very, very well. I don't know what it would be, but like I wish there was something equivalent for like ETS2 or I don't know, TSW maybe. I think it would be more viable for ETS2. Like only now, since last year or the year before, they've started to add animated loading, and even then it's done at seemingly quite a basic level. Voice is automatically selected based on airport location with manual override option. So is that stuff like accents, for example? Features professional voice acting with authentic accents. Okay, there we go. And aviation terminology. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I was a flight simmer, I would have bust a nut, man. Just hearing all of this would have made me bust a nut. I'm already halfway there.
We will shortly be arriving at Cuxton.
And is Beyond ATC quite basic in comparison to GSX? Yeah, nice one, Jackson. Nice, man. Thank you. Oh, Beyond ATC is great, okay. But not as good as GSX Pro.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Paddock Wood, calling at Horling, Snodland, Ewhythe, Aylesford.
No need for ATC when you do VATSIM. Oh, of course. Of course. But VATSIM isn't for everyone, you know. I think it would be something I would have absolutely like loved if I did flight sim. Am I into flight sim and I'm just in denial? But I've convinced myself that I'm not into it. because there's no other game. Like how many times have you guys spoken about farming sim, and like said all these cool things about it, and it just like I just don't really care. Like I can say, oh yeah, that is actually quite cool, but it doesn't really, do anything to me. But hearing like all of the things that you've mentioned so far actually somewhat excites me. But I don't play the game. Can't compare them on as for A to C. Oh, I thought you were talking about. Okay, wait, when you said voice is automatically selected based on airport location, was that not part of GSX Pro? I thought you were still talking about GSX. Or are you saying that that was for GSX, but Beyond ATC is better at that than GSX? A pilote. I am pilot. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, say I was in denial, right? I'm asking myself, okay, so what is putting me off just playing it then? What thing in particular? Is it the learning curve? Is it the lack of peripherals? And then I realize there's not really a clear answer. I'm just not really feeling it. Maybe it's just some sort of toxic relationship. Voices were part of GSX Beyond ATCs and other product tags for reference. These add-ons are usually in this price category. Okay. I mean, from what it sounds like, they do add a lot of immersion. And I'm thinking to myself, if there was something of that equivalent in either ETS2 or ATS, or again, this, would I invest that much money in it? I think I would. For like a one-off payment for something that adds to the immersion so much. I think I would, man. No, I don't have a toxic relationship in every game. What toxic relationship do I have with this, LMU, ETS2, ATS? Actually, what toxic relationship do I have with any game? I mean, you do have a joystick, right, Nabil, if I'm not mistaken. So at least you've got something there for the peripherals. And maybe performance isn't perfect, but it's good enough that you can make content out of it. Like, the foundation is good. You've got a good foundation. Which kind of opens the door in terms of, like, what to move forward with. Do you focus on improving performance and improving the PC? Do you focus on getting more peripherals? Just spend like 400, 500 a month on it and you'll be fine. Okay, right. We're talking in MSFS terms, right? See, I imagine myself to only have like maximum 2 or 3 different aircraft that I would fly regularly though. Oh, you play it much more, okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That the yoke has force feedback, isn't it? I saw one review when it first came out with it, and apparently like it's good, but I don't know. I from what the guy was saying, from what I remember, not worth the price at that moment in time. I don't know if Microsoft have done any work on their like on the game to make it more compatible with something like that. I also don't really know how that force feedback would benefit the use case of using it as a gear stick for like a car, because you can do both. Maybe it's one of those things that you just have to try to understand.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Paddock Wood, calling at New Hythe, Aylesford, Maidstone Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley, Watering Bridge.
I'm gonna turn the game sound up a bit. I think it's too quiet.
Paddock Wood.
I was watching a bit of my stream from Friday, and I just could barely hear the game. And I've been thinking that it's been pretty low because of the levels. Let's try that. What, from me, Jackson? No. Oh, sorry, you said after the Mozart. My bad. Yeah, the price for it is crazy. Apparently it's not worth it though. They do tend to have good sales though around like Christmas, Black Friday.
Next station is New Hythe. This is British Transport Police. If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of
The
staff
British Ace and
or
Friends.
text us on 61016 and we'll get it sorted. That's 61016.
I was thinking about making some Wonders of Sodor content,
Say it.
but
Sorted.
I just don't think I'm the right person for it. I just feel like you really need to have had that history with it, man. I'm not making fun of it, Jackson. Yeah. That is like hard enthusiast level, enthusiast grade stuff. Like when you've reached the end game, when you've got everything that you could possibly need for your setup,
We will shortly
and you
be
still got an
arriving at
itch
New
for
Hythe.
something more. That's the sort of thing that you
This
resort
is
to.
British Transport Police. If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff.
I wonder if part
or
of the
text
cost
us on
is the fact that you can use it as both
and we'll get
the
it
joystick
sorted.
and
That's
a gearbox,
1016.
or a
See
gear stick, sorry,
Say
a shifter.
sorted.
But I do wonder, or like I imagine the crossover between flight simmers and sim racers to be pretty small.
Welcome aboard this southeastern
Yeah,
service
pretty much,
to
man.
Paddock
Pretty
Wood,
much.
calling at Aylesford, Maidstone Barracks, Maidstone West, East Farley, Watering Bridge, Yalding, Beltring, and Paddock Wood.
There was a different brand that had like a Cessna style yoke that I believe also had force feedback. That was nowhere near 1K. I'm gonna get a new chair very, very soon. This one's just beating me up, man. You know how sometimes on Instagram you'll see flight simmers have like, when they build their own cockpit, they have like the Airbus stuff above them, like the real thing. How much are those to buy? Like all the panels.
The next station is Aylesford.
But how about just like one section? Say like you want to build your rig or your cockpit bit by bit.
We will shortly be arriving at Aylesford.
Oh, I'm gonna spad. No, I'm not. €300 to €400. Jesus.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Paddock Wood, calling at
Those are China
Maidstone
prices.
Barracks, Maidstone
God
West,
damn.
East Farley, Wateringbury, Yalding, Beltring, and
See,
Paddock Wood.
that's a whole other level, man. That's a whole other level. I don't think, like, you have to be really dedicated to one thing to build your entire rig around it. Okay, Nabil. Ah, so we do need something like an Arduino then, Jackson.
The next station is
No,
Maidstone
bro.
Barracks.
No, Nabil, no. Bro, you're better off like having like a if you have like a tablet laying about at home. Just running the Stream Deck software, you know, and then having basically that on a tablet. No way, man. No. Like, fair enough to the person behind it. It's very obviously 3D printed, you know, cheap as heck to put together, selling it for a fortune. And, you know, people are probably buying it. But I wouldn't recommend it, man. Not at that price. The most I would say would be an acceptable price to pay. Probably be in the 50-60 euro range. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. He hasn't even tried to make it look nice. He's just got the basic colors down, and that's it. At least, like, sell it with, like, the stickers, the labels and stuff like that. That's, like, something that you would buy from, like, a Chinese company in bulk, and then you add your stuff to it to then sell. That can't be the final product, man. My horn just didn't want to work. Bro, check on Temu now. Something like that has to exist already, you know? Or Etsy. I'd say 80%. I'm 80% sure it's on Etsy. Something like that is on Etsy already. Or Amazon. Let's have a look. How much is the price? Oh, same price you said. What the hell? Look, I'm not gonna knock someone like hustling, yeah. But you have to hustle with some sense. You know, it's got to be sensible. The thing is, there is a market of people who will see something priced a certain way, and just because it's priced in the way that it is, they'll buy it because it comes with the illusion that it's worth that price and that there's a reason for why it costs that much. And I'm sure he is making a decent buck, but goodness me, man, dearie me. Only 2 left. He only ever created 2, man. The boy only ever made 2 in the first place. Crazy stuff. As much as I play TSW as much as I do, I don't think I want something like that, you know. Even though I wanted to create my own. Like, there does exist more options nowadays than just a rail driver. I've got no interest, man. I only really want peripherals for driving. A few thousand people have gathered in Amsterdam again. What does this mean, Hank? What does that imply? Oh, okay. Oh, so it's quite a big deal then.
The next station is
The Infinity One Rail offers you authentic controls such as realistic push buttons, rotary knobs, and an emergency stop bar that simulates the feeling of a rail locomotive. I guarantee it doesn't. It's just like plastic. With 3D assignable buttons, you have full control of your trading controls. Individually, something experience trade simulations more realistically than ever before. Decent pitch. It's a decent pitch. The pitch is better than the product itself. Hey, maybe I could be completely wrong, man. Maybe it's actually a banger. And it's just the pictures that don't do it justice.
Welcome Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Paddock Wood, calling at East Farley, Wateringbury, Yalding, Beltring, and Paddock Wood.
You're joking. It doesn't come with the key. The key that goes on the top right. Bro's got microtransactions for it. That is ridiculous. That is actually ridiculous, man. Talking about some only 2 left. I can't trust this merchant. I don't know why the word merchant reminded me of KCD. I think I'm looking forward to coming back to that at some point. Thing is, my Mafia 3 playthrough is really slow, and yeah, I've barely got time to play it, but when I do, it's so repetitive, man. It came out in that era where games were just so repetitive in their style. You do the same thing over and over again, but with a different flavor, you know, or a different wrapper over it. Find this person, draw him out by taking these actions. Now you've done all of these actions, now he's really annoyed with you, now he wants to see you. You go and see him, you kill everyone, you kill him. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It gets so boring, especially coming off playing Mafia 1 and 2 like back to back. And those games were actually very creative in their missions, and all the missions were different from each other. I don't think there's too much left to go now through, but like at the beginning I was really playing it. I was doing so many like extra things because that was how I played Mafia 1 and 2. They made you want to play a certain way. Like they made you want to take your time with the game. With this one now, I'm just trying to rush through it so I can just finish it and see what happens with the story. It's all modern cars and subscriptions. Yeah, for a while now, man. Don't you remember the whole BMW heated seats fiasco a few years ago, where they wanted to charge monthly to enable heated seats? Tesla had one for a while. I forgot what it was though. I think they've got one now. The autopilot, not autopilot, the self-driving stuff, for the cars that are going to be released from now, that is going to be a subscription. Some other model brands have done something similar. For years, cars have had their is it their navigation system or something in the car, something in the screen.
We will shortly be arriving.
That's like a monthly subscription. Yeah, it's been a sad state of affairs for a while now, man. Let me know how it goes, man.
Welcome aboard
Maybe at the
South
beginning it'll
Eastern
feel good.
Service to
I'm interested to hear your first
Calling
thoughts
out.
about it, and I'm
Watering
interested to
free.
hear your thoughts
York,
after maybe a
Belton,
week as
and
well.
Paddock Wood. The next station is Watering Free. This is British Transport Police. If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff or text us on 61016 and we'll get it sorted. That's 61016. See it, say it, sorted.
I don't know what the menu music sounds like, but it seems like the type of game to have an annoying menu music. It's a good start, man. Country music in a game where you do your driving in a city. I don't know if they've got different maps, but in none of the gameplay that I've seen have I seen the driving take place in a countryside.
We will shortly be arriving.
I think this whole air balloon is pretty rare to see. Looks pretty nice. Are there streaming quality options on Twitch today? There are. Nice. Hank, I'm not going to complain today because I actually haven't really been drinking on the stream. And I have a very big bottle. 2 liters. No, 1.5 liters.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Paddock Wood, calling at Yalding, Beltring, and Paddock Wood.
Good stuff. I'm really surprised at how I've grown to be completely fine with the third rails map in the bottom left. I detested the thought of having that there. But it's mostly, I don't know, my eyes are like, or my mind blocks it out. I believe I may have driven past here. Or driven past somewhere that really looks like that. Because the road looked the same. There was a bar there. And I think it had like a railway related name. And I don't remember what you said that pub is called in real life, Nabil. But then I looked right and I couldn't see any tracks. So I thought, maybe I'm like close. But I'm not exactly there. It is meant to be a network rail, and I was gonna say before I got distracted by the location thing, is that I guess that's where the limitation is. Like, if this was like a dovetail route, you know, those same modders that developed this route would have made an enhancement pack so quickly that would have changed stuff like that. And you know what? I'm surprised they haven't done that. It's like, for example, when in Omzi, the railway pub, thank you. I don't think it was that. I think it was something different. In Omzi, when that DLC came out, Thuringerwald, the developer themselves released a branding patch as a mod. So I don't think there's anything stopping these guys from doing that, because they wouldn't have charged for it. It would have just been a mod. I guess maybe they wanted to be careful. And to be fair, things are as close to reality as is possible without encroaching on any copyright. For the Volvo as well, yes. Yeah. Did that happen for a Mercedes at all at any point?
We will shortly be arriving at Yalding.
Because I have a feeling it did, but I don't know if it's just my my mind making it up.
If you notice something out of the ordinary, speak to a member of staff.
Bro, they don't give a toss. But see, here's the thing. Have they been in trouble for it? Have they gotten in trouble for it? As far as we know, no. So like, who cares? Omzi was doing it as well. Omzi did the exact same thing. Burger King everywhere, Primark, this and that. They don't care. A lot of the time, they don't care. And it annoyed me that Halicon did take care with that stuff, because bro, it's the same game, you know. Like it's just that you've made a DLC for the game, but the core game has got that stuff, no problem. Why are you coming with this, like, you know, trying to be all correct? Since 2021, bro, exactly.
Welcome
Since 2021, no one's complained.
Paddock Wood, calling at Beltring and Paddock Wood.
That's actually mad. Oh yeah, he's got legal issues anyway, innit? Yeah. Fair enough. It makes sense actually. Yeah. I'd be careful if I was him as well. Bro's living on the edge. Nonce. Shouldn't call him a nonce, but doesn't have a great past. It's like that person that keeps coming as third-party developers, as a third-party developer for TSW. He just comes and like makes all these fake promises, all these lies, releases the content, gets the money, and then disappears into the night. He did it with the Midland Mainline DLC. Then he did it with the Athena 47 DLC. And I'm waiting to see what's next. And I will give Dovetail a piece of my mind if they allow him to do it a third time. The fact that they allowed him to do it the second time was diabolical. At some point you have to accept you're being taken for a moron.
Would customers please take care when alighting the train? This
So gonna pay the guy who made the 2 Volvo DLC. That's crazy, man.
This is British
But bro, if the guy takes like legal, surely does the guy have legal precedent? If yes, why hasn't he dealt with it legally?
1016 and we'll get it sorted. That's
To be honest, knowing Volko, he's probably got like lawyers ready to go.
Sorted.
Marshall was a DTG HQ with the other ambassadors. I don't think it's that deep. If something had taken place that was that deep, I would just resign from being an ambassador. What the heck?
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Paddock Wood.
That's a good point. I never thought about that. Yeah. Or like something to resemble their HQ or something, yeah. Maybe it does exist. But nobody's found it, or anyone that has found it just didn't care to share it with everyone. Like, you would think if it was there and nobody had found it, by now Dovetail themselves would have like hinted towards it. It's a weird one. Bro, I don't know what it is about a 66 driving by itself, but it looks quite scary. It makes me feel a bit, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's like something from a horror film. Just gives me a weird vibe. Schedule mode active. What's schedule mode? That is someone driving according to like a real world schedule? I find that cool that you can do that. You know, I think that's how I would play personally. If I didn't do journey modes and I didn't have a particular pattern in the way I played, I think I would just use that. Choose a route. Don't know what I would use to determine what route I would choose, but if I did have a route I wanted to play, I'd go according to a real life schedule. Hello again, Levi. You alright? Right, I'm gonna finish the stream half an hour later because we started half an hour later. So I think that gives us maybe 2 more runs. Maybe 2 runs and some change.
Shortly be arriving at Paddock Wood. Please check that you have all your personal belongings with you when leaving the train, and keep them with you at all times whilst on the station. If you see anything suspicious, please report it to a member of staff or the police.
I'm surprised they haven't already. I really am. Like something hidden in a 66 somewhere.
This is Paddock Wood. This train terminates here. All change. Please ensure you take all your personal belongings with you when leaving the train.
Whoa. Was that not like years ago, bro? Why do you still remember that? How do you still remember that? Was it you? I feel like it was you. I know them ones were like, you don't want to boast about it, but you want people to know. So like, you try to bring it up as a topic smoothly. 2024, surely it was earlier than that. That feels like 2022, 2023. April Fools? Oh, what? It was an April Fools. Okay. I've got no recollection of that at all, boss. That's crazy. It is odd, isn't it, when they don't announce like winners? I think even for the Pringles stuff, if I'm not mistaken, they put the guy inside the game, but never really announced who it was.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Beltring, Yalding, Water...
Aylford, New Hive, Snodland, calling, Cuxton.
New Hive, Snodland, Horling, Cuxton, and Strood.
Where are those comments from? Those don't seem like the comments you'd see on the forum. Although, I wouldn't put anything past that forum, man. Ah, numpty. Facebook. Now those are some very Facebooky type of comments. Facebook's a crazy platform, man. Crazy platform. Yeah, I think my like original Facebook account is lost forever. Maybe I think I remember the login. I could get through that stage. But if it now asks me to confirm, bro, that email is gone.
And we'll get it sorted. That's 61016. See it.
But I'd be very curious about what it looks like today, like that Facebook with everyone that I had from then, from school. I think I know the type. I think I know some characters that would still be using it. Facebook, man. Never ever again, I think, will we ever see a platform have the world in a chokehold the way Facebook did. TikTok came close. Twitter came close, but it was sort of its own little thing in its own way. Nothing can do what Facebook did, man. I am actually looking forward to Subway Sim 2. I think I'm going to take the opportunity to buy the Acolyte. I'm really hoping that there'll be a deal for both of them together in a bundle.
Beltring, would customers please take care when alighting the train? This station has a narrow platform.
Where the heck have you got that from?
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at Yalding, Wateringbury, East Farley, Maidstone West, Maidstone Barracks, Aylesford, New Hythe, Snodland, Horling, Cuxton, and Strood.
I don't know if the GBR 802 will have its own journey mode. So far we know it's got 4 scenarios. 4 timetable runs? I'm not sure what else though. I'm not even gonna ask. I know the exact underpass, by the way, and that is a great shame that it's under construction because it actually helps traffic a lot. And the last time there was construction there that I know of, it wasn't good.
If you notice something out of the ordinary,
Not sure where you've got it from, why you've posted it,
and we'll get it sorted.
but I think interesting info nonetheless.
See it, say it, sorted.
Limited clearance. I mean, technically, yes. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Let me be appreciative in it. Let me be grateful for this
We will
kind
shortly be arriving
gesture.
at Yalding.
No. No. There was a particular section where people sometimes used to go fast, and then a few years ago there was a really, really bad crash. There was 2 or 3 cars that were racing. It was so bad that that section had to be closed for like a week or something, if I remember correctly. Whoops. And now that section, like the rest of it's pretty slow because it goes like in the city.
Welcome aboard this southeastern
Most of it
service
is
to
like within the city,
calling at
but that particular section now I think they've limited to
Maidstone West, Maidstone Barrows,
30. It used to be 40. I don't know if it's 20 or 30. I have a feeling it's 20.
Cuxton,
They like to
and
take the piss.
Strood.
But yeah, it's not like super managed. They check your average speeds through there, but I don't know. I'm not quite sure exactly how average speed check zones work. There is my chat has disconnected for some reason, but if you can still hear me, there is an A road in East London that people regularly race on. I forgot exactly what numbers follow it.
The
If you
next
just type in
station is
dual carriageway East London street racing, I don't know, something like that, it will come up. Really? My guy, see the UK, yeah? I don't know where else they have it in the world, right? Maybe it's something that is in a lot of other countries. But over here, bro, it's like they'll come up with ways just to catch you doing something. Just to catch you doing something. One of the fines that I paid the other day, I told you I had 2 fines that I paid. One for parking, one for turning right. I'm telling you, bro, I promise you, where I turned right, there's no reason for them to have made it prohibited. You're not turning right and blocking anything. You're not turning right through a really fast road. It's a normal road and then road, and you just turn into the road. Like it's there's nothing special about it. They've just decided that this road, we're going to make it prohibited for people to turn right. On top of that, this started in COVID, but there are some side roads, so some small roads that they've just blocked. They put some flowers, they put like these big things with flowers in them, and then signs saying you can't go through. For no reason. For no reason. They just decided randomly, these roads that we've chosen, we're going to block them off. People are not allowed to drive here anymore. Not to mention, in 2028, I think, they're going to start charging hybrids and electric vehicles per mile. So once you hit a certain mileage, you have to pay. And there's more. There's more things. But yeah, they come up with unique ways to drain you of money in this country. It's very weird. I've always said it. I've never seen a country where it's government that are meant, whose job it is to take care of the people and provide a good quality of life for its people, fight with its people as if we're on the same level, you know? Apparently, and this idea they took from Spain, so I think ASR has something to say about this, but they were talking about bringing in cameras that are before speed cameras that measure your brakes. So if you press the brakes, if the camera catches you braking before the speed camera, you'll get fined. I don't know what happened with that one, but they were talking about bringing it. I don't know, bro. They keep changing their minds. At the very beginning, for electric cars, they said the electric cars don't have to pay congestion charge, which means like it's a charge that you have to pay to drive in central London. They don't have to pay that. They gave them a grant. If you buy electric cars, they give you a grant for the car. So many benefits. So many benefits. When they realized so many people were benefiting like they intended, now they started going backwards on everything. All the benefits are gone. There's no more grant anymore, I think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't believe there's a grant anymore. Congestion charge, they now have to pay it. They're now going to start paying a tax that even petrol and diesel cars are not paying. It's mad, man. It's mad. It's really mad. Really, really, really mad. Since COVID, there's been a strong push. It's been very clear that there's been a strong push to get people off the road and lessen the amount of cars on the road. I don't remember when ULEZ came through, but ULEZ was a charge that they brought in, that if your car doesn't meet a certain emissions standard, you have to pay. There was already LES, which was a similar thing in place. That was only in central London, I think. They then spread that across the whole of London. Maybe when they realized it wasn't making enough money, or maybe they realized it was making a lot of money and they wanted to make even more. I don't know. Yeah, it's a really bad experience, honestly. Not as bad experience. They're trying to make it a bad experience to own and drive a car within London. They're really trying. On over the weekend, I topped up my fuel. I put in Supreme diesel instead of just normal diesel. It cost me the same as I paid for regular diesel the first time. I found that quite interesting. I was ready to pay the premium. I had a budget, and I wasn't expecting it to be like to match the last time that I put fuel in it. You know what, bro? I know, but you know, I think to myself, number one, it's all expensive now. It's not like you're going to be saving a lot doing the normal fuel. And number two, you know, cars got over 100,000 miles. You know, it's quite. It's aging. I'll try and look after it the best I can, you know. And from the little research that I did, Supreme diesel or super diesel, it just helps take care of the engine and the engine components. Makes sense. And bro, if I'm paying the same anyway, you know, or very 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 close to regular diesel, I might as well.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to Strood, calling at.
You know how they have people animated sit on the benches, like the people walk towards the bench and then they sit on it. Why can't they have that for when the NPCs get inside the train? Why can't they have them walk towards their seats and then sit, you know, and animate the sitting down? If they're doing it anyway on the platforms, they might as well do it on the trains. Tell other cars to make way. I would have never worded it like that, but I guess so. The misspelling of when implies that you wrote that word for word rather than copy and paste. Where did you get that from? From the game? Oh, from Busbound. I completely forgot you were playing that. How's it going? Something tells me it's not going to replace OMSI for you. Those emojis tell me everything I need to know, man. It was everything I suspected. It's almost on a sim level that TSW is. It's a bit more gamey, but you know, it tries to bring bus sim aspects into what is very obviously a game, so more people can enjoy it. It's similar to what TSW does. I'm just very satisfied and happy that TSW doesn't do it to that extent. It does have some nice cool features though, like the traffic, like the random events. There are some actually cool things that I've seen, but doesn't make up for it, man. Fictional buses, fictional city as well. I don't know, maybe it's one of those things that, like those things specifically, that I need to try. Because I seem to be very happy driving, or I seemed to have been very happy driving around in OMSI on fictional maps. But it's the buses, man. Like if you're gonna do it properly, the bus has gotta be legit, you know. Where is that truck game from Saber? What's the point in announcing something so early? Like, who actually benefits? Cool, you get to put the word out there and have people excited or in expectancy, but it gets to a point where they just forget. No one's gonna remember that you have a game that's coming out. Let's not even go there, man. I'll say what I said on Discord the other day. Game studios and developers and companies, they only get political when they want, when it suits them, when it suits the narrative. If it somehow had just happened to have been Ukraine that were doing the most of the attacks, and if it was the narrative that Ukraine were the bad guys, that DLC would have been released so quickly. So quickly. They would have fallen down over themselves trying to release that. And I wonder why they haven't released a Ukraine DLC. If it was so important to them that they had to hold back the Russian one, then why not release the Ukrainian one instead? And then holding back that DLC, what has it done? How has it benefited Ukraine? How has it been bad for Russia that you held back that DLC? What has it done for anybody or anything? It had zero impact on
The next station is
everyone.
Maidstone Barracks.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think they really did something, man. The whole world is Viva Ukraine. They wanted to join in the fun.
Be arriving at Maidstone Barracks. Welcome aboard this southeast.
Okay, so what they paid for? They paid for
Calling at
the
Aylesford,
Bugatti service,
Hyde,
the annual
Snodland,
Bugatti
Calling,
service.
Cuxton, and
That's great.
Strood.
That is really great, man. Defib. Whoa. I just realized they're signed by the authors. All those images. That's cool. I wonder if I can turn off the third rails thing where it announces other drivers' next stations.
The
I don't
next
really care.
station is
I don't think they care about mine either. And when the app picks up, if it will, and there's going to be more drivers, and there's going to be just constantly so-and-so driver next station, this, then that disappears, the next one comes up instantly, that disappears, the next one comes up instantly. It's going to get a bit annoying. Same sounding for the Bugatti. Oh my god. The developer that developed that mod, if you... I don't remember his name. But on the... One of the, like, more obvious ETS2 mod websites for cars, this guy uploads multiple mods a day. multiple mods a day. So from that alone, you already know what's coming is not good. And yeah, they're pretty much all of the same quality. No attempts at doing anything with the physics. Sounds are just pure trash. I don't really get what's the point? Why do that? Is it so that you can get money from the download website? You're happy for your own work to just be at such a low quality. It's a shame, man. Then there was another guy that used to regularly upload mods, but he would do it maybe like twice a week, something like that. His mods were of much better quality. The road trip I did with the it was a 4x4. I don't remember which one, but it was really low, good quality. The driving felt great, man. The physics felt really good until you got to like a ridiculous speed. It felt really great to drive. What we're gonna see now with the vehicle DLCs coming out, though, I'm very much looking forward to the car mods that are gonna be coming out. Remember that Ford F-150 truck mod on American Truck Sim that you nerds and me tried to do, and it kept crashing? That was quite interesting. That was very interesting. Medway Valley Line Ops.
We will shortly be arriving at Aylesford.
For what? The DLC cars? Or like the modded cars? I would like to think they will fairly quickly. We don't know how good quality they're gonna be, you know. Maybe SCS just bang it out of the park straight away. Unlikely, if we're being honest. But it's weird, isn't it? How like they have all like the professional equipment. They've been doing it for years. They go and spend all the time they want to spend. The brands are more than happy to let them have their fun with the sound recordings. And then yet, a model will still come around randomly with a file and say, hey, here you go. And it will be 10 times better than SCS's. I really don't understand that. That's what, yeah. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's good enough that if you don't hear better, you'll think this is the best it can be. But then you do hear something better and it's like, whoa, the default is trash. I was like that. I didn't think the default was as bad as I know it to be now. And my eyes and ears were only opened because of the mods that you sent me. That's crazy, man. Like, who's stopping them? What's stopping them from doing it properly? They've got everything. They've got everything they need. It's just a skill issue, I guess, isn't it?
The next station is New Hythe.
I am going to have Indian tonight. Very much looking forward to it. I think I'm gonna go a bit crazy with the spice. I'm
We will
not
shortly be arriving
gonna lie.
at New Hive.
Oh, the paid ones, bro. Like the Crackbaum, the Crackbaum ones were very good. Oh, but the paid ones, bro, were nuts. It's so crazy to me how much immersion increases with good sound quality mods, man. It amazes me because it really catches you off guard. I don't know if you're the same, but it blew my mind, man. It blew my mind, and it instantly just made me want to play more.
Welcome aboard this southeastern
Really?
service to Strood, calling at Snodland.
Please do elaborate on that.
Cuxton and Strood.
I'm quite surprised to hear you say that. I don't know if I don't think you're trolling. Yeah, as a game. Okay, as a game. Oh, the random things are so good. So good. I've only seen a few. I'm sure there are more. But the few that I've seen are so good, man. Stuff that we should have in, like, the bus. I want to say OMSI, but OMSI's pretty old, so I don't know if that would be realistic. But the bus should have a lot of those features. The bus is only now coding AI to give way at giveaway signs. The game is so slow, bro. I don't know if it's slow, backwards. I don't know. After the full release, a month or so after the full release, now AI gives way at giveaway signs. Yeah, bro. Check one of the more recent news things. For 1.1. I think it's part of the 1.1 update that's coming. What are we doing, man? That update as a whole is very lackluster. In all honesty, I know it's a 0.1 update, so you know it's not going to be anything big, but I don't know. You'd have thought there would have been quite a bit to tend to after the full release. Maybe I'm just being harsh. I don't know.
We will shortly be arriving at Snodland.
Is there any point in me extending this stream for half an hour? The vast majority of viewers dropped off about half an hour ago. I might just end it after this one. The roadmap being gate, bro. I cannot believe it, man. And then they revealed it. Like, I can imagine if it was in a room and they were presenting it at the front and then all the players were sat watching. I can imagine them unveiling the roadmap and then just silence. Just crickets. There was nothing there worth gatekeeping. What the hell, man? Okay, the DLCs were quite cool. The DLCs that were coming, maybe those. Everything else did not need to be gatekept, bro. They revealed it in 2 parts. I didn't even know that. Yeah, it's just a bit shambolic, man. It's just a bit shambolic.
The next station is Horling. We will shortly be arriving at Horling.
Is there any funky music playing today, or is it just the lo-fi? You know what? I had a bro. I thought you'd have told me that earlier. Like in the first hour of the stream, I thought about it. I was like, how long is it gonna take before he mentions Fortnite?
Welcome
I was
aboard
off by a
the
couple of
South
hours,
Eastern
but
Service to
I got it nonetheless.
calling at
Um,
Cuxton and
The thing is, yeah. Obviously, you're gassed about the connection, but you didn't have any issues before, innit? Anyway, on Fortnite's always been sweet for you. I swear. I don't recall you ever complaining about it. It's Motorfest. I need to see you on Motorfest. I need to see you with my own eyes, us in the same crew, in the same race, and you're not jumping up and down like a monkey. That for me will say, "Ruh, something's changed here." Recently, really? I wouldn't mind, you know. I uninstalled it last week, I think. Either last week or the week before I uninstalled it. But I wouldn't mind, man, reinstalling it again and just having a decent, a cheeky little session. I don't know how much space I have left on my drive, bro. I gotta check. Because I think uninstalling it was part of just making some space. So I'll check and get back to you on that one. I will at some point have to buy, I think, a drive solely for TSW. Maybe like a 2 terabyte one, just for TSW by itself.
Cuxton.
The game itself, I think has exceeded 500 gigabytes now, no? Because installing TSW6 with everything was 480, I think. Okay, maybe not 2 terabyte in it, maybe 1 terabyte. But then again, bro, how quickly will it be before 1 terabyte is not enough? It's taken what, 7 years to get to 500 gig? Okay, it's gonna take a while to get to 2 terabyte, but yeah, maybe just a 1 terabyte will do. I don't even have any spare slots. I don't know where. I think I would just need to put it on an SSD. Maybe I buy a 1 terabyte SSD instead. Because I don't have any more NVMe slots unless I use the PC. Unless I get a, you know, the PCIe NVMe thing, unless I get that. But I think that might be overkill. But yeah, the more recent ones
Shortly be arriving at
are,
Buxton.
you know, they're only gonna get higher, bigger,
This is British Transport
and
Police.
higher quality,
If you notice
and they're
something
releasing
out of the
more
ordinary,
often than
speak to
ever.
a member of staff or
So
text us on 61016
it's taken us
and we'll get it
7 to 8
sorted.
years to get
That's
to 500 gig.
61016.
It may take us
See
half
it,
that time
say it.
to get to 1
Sorted.
terabyte. Put your mind back to all the early DLCs and compare them to the monsters, the behemoths that we have now. Compare like GWE to I don't know, Blackpool Branches, for example, or Leipzig S-Bahn to, you know, West Coast Mainline over Shap.
Welcome aboard this southeastern service to.
It's a little bit crazy. Although, I guess we'll see what's happening with, or what will happen with
The next
optimization.
station is Strood.
I mean, realistically, how many gigabytes are we gonna save, man? RC cars in 2 days? I wish I was more excited for it, man. I feel like I just wasted money buying the year 3 pass. I won't even lie to you. I don't really play the game much anymore, man. Well, I don't think I've wasted money. I've definitely enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it a lot. Definitely got my money's worth. But it's just annoying that I'm, like, there's stuff releasing and I'm not doing anything with it, you know? Stuff that I've paid for, basically. I came back to the summits for like 2 weeks. And then I did want to do... Not the last one. The last one I didn't try. But the one before. I actually wanted to do it and there just wasn't any time, man. It was a really hectic week. What, the RC car? Or the... Oh, that purple one. That car is so quick, bro. It's very viable for a hypercar. Very, very, very viable. Since day one. I used it somewhat recently. Oh, bro, the way it gutters... The way it gutters, the way it accelerates, it's nuts, bro. It's really good. Really flipping good. I'm surprised I don't see it, like, more. And you know what? I'd like it that way. I want to gatekeep it. It's just that it just doesn't... It's not meta, you know? It's not meta. I really wish it was similar to LMU. Like the other day, you saw LMU, the standings, all different cars across the whole thing. So many different cars, you know, not only BMWs or only Mercedes. That's how like racing and driving games should be, man. That's what makes them fun. Every car has its own little thing that puts it better than another one in just a little way, and they all have that little thing, so that at the end of the day, it's down to the driver to race well, as opposed to the car being good. Oh, there's a little pub there. Never noticed. Where is it? The Firefly Inn. Oh, cheeky. Cheeky, cheeky. Why is it not working? It was working in the other place. Maybe because I'm flying around as a camera. The UK house has this game always. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they were from the Kuju days. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Like I said, I don't think there's much care for starting or finishing late. Tomorrow is going to be the GBR 802 embargo release. So we'll stream that. And then Wednesday we'll continue streaming it. I don't even know if it comes with its own journey mode. I need to check. Because if it doesn't, I've done all these scenarios. We'll do the majority of the timetable runs tomorrow. So there's not really going to be much to explore on Wednesday. So maybe Wednesday, I don't know. Switch it up and do something different. Anyway, we'll see. For now, though, I will leave it there. I wish you all a lovely rest of your day. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe, health is wealth, and until the next one, peace out.